I think the key to learning any of the arts is the relationship between taste and skill. Let's talk about that. Taste. Taste is more than just what you like to consume. In filmmaking, and indeed in any other art, taste is also about what influences you. In other words, what is good to you? What movie, concert, cartoon, book, anything that you obsess about and makes you go, whoa. There's no barometer or measuring system for this. Everybody has their own things that they think are good or bad. Just pay attention to your emotional reactions to these things and then analyze them. Actually analyze them. What are the elements within it that build up to work up that reaction in you? What is the camera doing? The light, the color palette, the sound, the music, the actors. Find out as much as you can about how these things were made, and then take notes. Steal it, which is not the same as copying. The key is to recreate the technique and not the idea. You're not going to do everything exactly the same way your favorite filmmaker did it, but you're going to take pointers about why what they did worked, and then you're going to try it yourself. In other words, be original. You will fail, of course, all of us do, but the point is to compare and contrast. What's the difference between your attempt at a shot and the professionals? Take notes and then try again. That sounds easy enough. Except in filmmaking, there's not only one art that you have to learn. There's multiple departments to learn about, all of which are both their own art form and their own technical trade. That's the bad news. The good news is these rules apply to every single one of them. The even better news is that the more of these you learn, the more self-sufficient you will become as a filmmaker. And when the time comes to collaborate and have someone else help out and bring their own talent and skill to your project, not only will you speak a language that they'll understand, but you will also know exactly what you can and cannot ask from them. So to summarize, watch movies constructively, make movies constructively. Oh, and broke tip, buy DVDs.
This is DVD.
I personally started building a little library with movies I keep as research material. There's nothing better than the first-hand knowledge you can get from some of the greatest filmmakers in history. Really, some of these are like film school in a bottle. And they're dirt cheap these days. This Titanic Deluxe Edition would have been around $100 or more back then. I got it a year ago for about $5. I mean, seriously, there's like 8 hours of content in here. There's commentaries, there's making ofs, the documentaries are amazing. I mean, like, these things are great. Get DVDs, get DVDs.
And this is what happens when you watch DVD.
That's some advice for the watching part. Now for the making part, this is the bare minimum equipment that you need. You need a computer with a non-linear editor. There are many that are free these days, even some industry standard ones like DaVinci Resolve. So just get whatever works for you, I guess. There are many options. You need a camera. You can totally get started with just your phone if that's what you have. But you want to get your hands on something that will let you plug in a microphone into it and expose manually. You need a microphone. There are many cheap ones these days that work really well, so just do your research and get whatever you can afford. Same goes for the recorder. Again, you know, there are many cheap ones these days, and just get whichever one works for you. Now, there are a few optionals. You can get a bounce board, one of these round thingies. It goes from white to dark. You can light from it. You can use it as a flag on the dark side. It's got a gold side, a shiny side, a matte side. It's great. It's super useful. And lighting equipment. Get your hands on some lighting equipment as soon as you can. Although I guess you don't really have to get any of this and you can just go shoot outside in the sun. Oh, and pencils. Pencils, pen, paper. Get as many and as much of these things as you can get. Remember, you're gonna make your movie here first. Now, in the next few videos, I'm going to break down every department one by one and either show you my own process or look at how the professionals are doing it these days and how they used to do it back then. Hopefully by the end we'll have a movie to show. In the meantime, subscribe and all that, and I'll see you at the movies.